We don't have earthquakes, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have alligators.
I said McDevils, everybody was like, ha ha ha. I said Taco Hell, ha ha ha.
Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Hope everyone out there is having a good day, y'all. We got a good one coming up today. We got some Nordic aliens. We got some terrorist plots. We got some fast food that we all know is not good for you, but we still get in line for it. Plus a lot more. Make sure you guys watch from beginning to end, y'all. Really helps the channel grow. But with that being said, let's do what we all came here for. Let's get into the video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I said McDevils, everybody was like, ha ha ha. I said Taco Hell, ha ha ha. White Casket instead of White Castle, ha ha ha. So I went and looked up Popeye's chicken sandwich. Come to find out, they have over 40 ingredients in the Popeye's chicken sandwich. 32 of them were man-made chemicals. And I said, well, let's see what Chick-fil-A has. Well, black people got an emotional attachment to this Chick-fil-A spot. So when I said Chick-fil-A, over 50 chemicals in the chicken sandwich, over 40 of them were man-made chemicals. I said, so hell, this is a dope sandwich. So they really are flipping birds over there. Inside of the beef, there were 21 drugs pumped into cows that were harmful to the human body. This was in the 60s. Because these drugs are in the meat, then you become addicted to it. I even was told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And they were trying to get you to buy the cereal that they was producing. We find ourselves suffering from illness and sickness unnecessary. The oldest man in the scripture is named Methuselah, 969. How'd you live to be almost 1,000? He ate one meal, fasted 3 days, and then ate another meal. You eat like that, your body will never have enough toxins to even make you sick. I end up becoming a vegetarian that I feel now at the age of 48 better than I felt at the age of 15. They don't want you to know that they're drugging you, wanting the food, not for nutritional value, but because you become addicted. Any foreign substance automatically activates the immune system, which means our bodies, when we eat this kind of food, they are fighting an unnecessary battle. So when the real battles of disease show up, the systems are too worn out by fighting these small battles every day from bad eating that they can't handle the virus when it shows up.
You know, I truly, I don't know about fasting for 3 days, right? I'm sure it's healthy. I'm not saying it's not good for you, but we overeat as a society, y'all. Even at 2,000 calories a day, like they say we're supposed to eat 2,000, you know, on average, or 2,000. That's what they base everything off of, 2,000 calories. But if you look up, like, is it okay if I eat 800 calories every day? If I'm okay, I'm full, I'm not hungry, right? No, your body's going to go into survival mode. You'll actually probably gain weight because your body will just start storing everything in emergency mode. Like, I don't believe that, y'all. I believe that, you know, like say you're trying to do keto, like eventually you start not getting as hungry. You lose the cravings for the junk food because 9 times out of 10, we're not hungry. We're just craving junk food. We're just craving. We're just hungry. We're just craving food. So that's something I want to try starting next year is don't eat so much. It's okay if you eat 1,000 calories. If you're not hungry, just listen to your body. When your body's hungry, it's going to tell you.
The Empire State Building. Let's get into it. 400 days to complete this.
That's it?
Are you serious? Are you kidding me? 400 days. Yeah, there was no OSHA. So you're telling me only 6 people passed. That's like a great number by Vegas. Over under 6 people? Yeah, no safety. Groundbreaking technology. You know what the groundbreaking technology was? A rail system, the same for Woolworth. Yeah, it's big. It's not that big where you can take down tracking for a rail system to move material around if it's only going to be a day or 2, a week, tops. Make it make sense, Empire State Building. I don't know. During a depression. A depression. You know how many buildings they built during a depression? They came out of the womb, swinging hammers.
Took everybody's money.
Come on, man. 400 days? They weren't that good during a depression. You know how many people? Oh, 35. I forget the number. 3,500? I did this. This is one of my first videos. 3,500 people or something like that. After a matter of time, you're going to be bumping into each other. Make it make sense. To be continued. I'm going for the tour. I'm going for the tour, Empire State Building. Make it make sense. See, oh, what'd you just tell me? My man, thank you for watching. They're out here.
The chances of a 7-footer living past 60 is 50%. Damn. So the NBA players, I told you, when I told them this, it was 2016, 11 of us died from congestive heart failure in that 1 year. It's like the thing that's going to kill them. And I said, hey, there's a machine here we can get on. It's called Solaire in Santa Monica. People like Diana Ross are on it, Barry Gordy, my boy Brooklyn, who had a heart transplant. First thing he said is, if I would have known about this place before, I had my mother there at 82. She lived to 96. And the only reason my mother died is she didn't want to live anymore. She's just like, Johnny, like, all my brothers and sisters are dead. Like, I'm 94. Cut it out. I was like, Ma, like, you know, you my number one, you know, test guinea pig. I was like, I don't have time for a funeral. She was like, just keep yourself alive. And I was like, yeah. And then I thought, I went pro when my father turned 62. I had just gone pro. He was so proud. And then I realized, what would I have told, if I knew what I knew now, when he turned 62, what would I tell him to do?
Yeah, another mass shooting at JFK Airport, but you know the stage is being set right now for this movie that's going to be coming out about aliens, and not just by the movie, but also the news. This was the trailer that just dropped. Let's look into it just a little bit. And yes, the timing of all of this is absolutely crazy. We have this. We've had these jellyfish UFOs in the air since April 8th of last year. And no, I don't think it's a kite. Now, the first thing we see in this trailer is deer acting strange, which we see in a whole bunch of end time movies. But also, all the animals around the earth the last few months have been acting really weird, right? Check this out and pay attention. The cross, the one thing that can defeat the enemy. But what's on her wall? Monarch butterflies. You know, a little M, a little K. Almost like the entire earth is going to be subliminally accepting to these aliens. And yes, we'll get right back to the cover in a second. Again, monarch butterflies. Now right here in the trailer, we find out that these aliens are actually some kind of demonic entities, and they're possessing people everywhere.
Today's.
Now, like, we've gone deep into this alien phenomenon. We've literally dived into whistleblowers and declassified documents. Long story short, anyone that gets around these grays say they're telepathic and could maybe even control people. But there's many things in the sky. We have fallen angels, which can change their form and appear like a gray. We have spirits that are actually demonic, aka demons. But demons need an intermediary. They need some form to coexist in to be able to touch people most of the time. Of course, with the correct sigils and all that stuff, you know, they can appear physically for a short amount of time. But we also have genetic creations happening under our feet, which are like meat shells, which the spirits of demons can go inside. Much like AI is a technological version of that. Now this right here, this guy's hooked up to something. His eyes are all black, meaning he's possessed. Is this some kind of Musk creation? Like a Neuralink, except on the outside of your skin? Possessing people? I had a crazy, scary dream, and in the dream, someone got this chip, and the second they got the chip, they were no longer themselves. They were completely different. Their soul, their spirit was dead, and they were just a blank creature. Now, this is a deer, but I'm getting really heavy Boff vibes, especially from the cover of this movie. One could say they're using that demonic entity to bring forth all this wickedness to the world, just like the Babylon working. And of course, the Bermuda Triangle discovery and the jellyfish alien. Yeah, we know what time it is.
AI. Should we be regulating AI or pushing it to the moon?
The United States government killed 2 sentient AI programs 10 years ago. Our governments, especially overseas, they're electing AI officials to their governments to combat corruption. Like Maverick always say, humanity is about to get, the middle class is about to get crushed by AI. People need to start reskilling. If you have a desk job, hospitality, doing something in the kitchen or manual labor, all of those jobs are about to get crushed by AI. A global annual income is going to get applied to humanity for people to survive. HVAC, plumbing, and tech jobs are going to skyrocket. If you think that the current model that's been going on is rapidly changing, is going to stay the same, you lost and you stuck in the sauce.
somehow, somewhere along the line, Ocho, we've lost our moral conscience. We've lost it because we'll say anything. It used to be if somebody was, if there was a death,
Yeah.
we gave that person great. It was like, you know what, that family's grieving. Somebody loves this family. They're
Right.
grieving. This is not the time. Whatever differences we may or may not have,
Right.
this is not the time for that. That's
Let's read this real quick. This is what our president of the United States, said about a director that got murdered, right? Let's read it. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with the mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. Sometimes referred to as TDS, he was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of Donald Trump, with his obsessive paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectation of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace, y'all. That's what our president said. That's what our president said. He said that about someone not here. Do you think he cares about us? That is so sad. You know, because what did he went on his campaign dissing Obama, you're not from here, this and that, this and that. And they handled it like, you know, professionals. Like, you know, they can say what they want, whatever. But it's just a sad thing, y'all. Anyone that speaks against them, you're fake news. Anyone that asks them a tough question, oh, you're fake news. Like, it's crazy, y'all. I can't believe I used to support this dude. I really can't.
out the window now.
Oh yeah. Oh, during this
That's
era,
civility.
Yes?
I
Oh,
don't know when. I don't know when civility went away.
Yeah.
But chat, y'all know civility is gone now.
Well, hold on. This is the
Why
thing.
are 60-year-olds
It
saying
might
chat?
have always been there. The problem is there was no social media for people to be able to let you know how they really feel.
Yeah.
Now, when something happens to somebody, if they haven't been a perfect angel all their life, they justify that person dying or passing away based on what they did in the past.
Correct. Oh, it's
Everything.
karma.
They jump on you about everything you did in the
Well,
past.
I guess what? So when you die, it's karma.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody's not going to die the same way. Some people going to die in their sleep. Some people it's going to be tragic.
Right.
Like the passing of Rob Reiner.
Oh yeah, rest in peace to Rob, man.
Yeah.
Rob was awesome, boy.
But I don't know where civility went.
Hey, social
I
media.
don't know, Ocho.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's okay. You know what? It's okay. We can disagree. You like this, I like that.
Right.
But I don't know now, Ocho. It used to be. I remember when school shootings started,
Mm-hmm.
and then school used to be safe, and then guess what used to be safe?
Mhm.
Churches,
Oh, yeah.
synagogues,
Absolutely.
mosques.
Yes.
Nobody would never run up in there.
Mhm.
Now I just don't know where we going.
Yeah, it's
I
different.
don't, and it's sad.
Mhm.
I hate it, Chad. Chad, I don't want to get all philosophical or anything like that. But I can like a person, and disagree vehemently with that person said.
Mhm.
I think the thing is now, well, I like this person, even though what he or she said is wrong. I can't disagree with him publicly.
Right.
At some point in time, we got to say, that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That was wrong.
Crazy, y'all.
Not enough.
If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't
We
say
turned
nothing,
into-
right? That's our president.
Everybody's numb.
Respect is gone.
Someone got murdered by his own son.
Death used to
And
be,
he's talking
I
like
said,
that.
Hey, somebody died, no matter what he or she might have done, you know what? This is not the time
Right.
for me to say, yeah, but you're like, you remember that? Yeah, I remember. Mm-hmm. Come.
Yeah.
Everything ain't this ain't the right time. Ocho, the power.
Here's what happened. They flipped the script. That's part of MK Ultra mind control. Like with the hourglass, they flip it, and then it's the opposite. But it's the same sand down the same hole, making the same pile, but just on the other end. Well, that's what they did. And, they were real smart about it, too. But believe me when I say we need to just leave both parties. We really, really do.
I think so.
because neither of them have our best interest at
She was a
heart.
big Trump supporter.
And we should be independent and choose the candidate rather than be forced and pressured into giving money and going along with getting the wrong people in there. Okay? I'm just telling you.
Do you think that's ever going to happen? Do you think independent's ever going to get in? Like, I think now's the time that it can happen, right? I mean, we the people are losing so much, y'all. We have no control over nothing. Everything that government says, we bow down and we do. They have us, and we do nothing about it. When we could do something about it, but we don't. We don't do nothing about it because they keep us so distracted, keep us so distracted, y'all. And I don't know. Let's see. Leave an American flag in the chat, in the comments, if you're tired of all this nonsense. Are you guys tired of it? I mean, Roseanne, she was a big Trump supporter, y'all. And now she's saying what she's saying. That's not for no reason. Leave an American flag down below if you guys are sick of the BS.
I'm telling you, man, I think they're spying through your eyes. Like, let me give you an example of what I think they are doing, man. This stuff is unreal. I can go into a house and then I can see like this old clock in there, something like that, right? You know, the clock been sitting there for like 20 years. You know, I just seen it. I didn't speak about it. I didn't, go text about it or anything. I just seen the clock in the house. Next thing you know, I start seeing that exact same clock on my phone, like as an ad or some picture. And then it'd be like some ad about clock repair or something. Now, let me tell you, previously, I did not text about a clock. I didn't do no research about a clock. I didn't talk about no clock or whatever. But it just showed up on your phone. And I didn't get anything injected into my body, if you know what I mean. And the stuff happens all the time. I think it has something to do with them 5G towers, man. That is getting the information out your brain some kind of way. Like, your eyes have to see it, and then it sends that information to the brain to register what you just saw. And then the phone probably gets the brain waves. And it's going probably straight to that AI. That's how AI know how to talk so well.
Sleeping. That happened to me yesterday with the Christmas gift, right? I'm trying to think, like, what can I get Mama Bear? Because she wants some things that require a gift card, right? Require a gift card. But I'm like, I want her to unwrap something for Christmas, right? So I was just thinking, I remember she brought something up. She doesn't really watch the videos, but I don't want my luck. She's going to sit there and freaking watch it. But it was, it was something, right? And it hit me. It hit me like, oh yeah. So I went to Walmart.com to see if they have it in, and it was right there on the front page. Right there on the front page. Right when I opened it, it was right there. All, like, the first 2 rows were all of that. I ended up ordering it because Amazon will take forever to get here. So that would have been here, this week. But that's just something. It might be those 5G towers. Y'all never put 2 and 2 together with that. Remember when they put that everywhere and birds were dying up there and they were putting off crazy wavelengths? Like, they're not in public areas or like out in the boonies. It could be, y'all.
From different countries. Spain. Indian mountain Antequera.
There's one of those in Arizona, y'all. I always tell you guys. On the I-17 heading north.
Machu Picchu. Guatemala. Morant de la Hill in Escuintla.
That looks like a sphinx.
Italy. The Thinking Tree, Apulia.
Damn, that's crazy.
Mexico. Mexican volcano is Taxawatl.
A baddie laying down. That's Mexico.
Puerto Rico.
Joke.
Indian Face Mountain.
Damn.
That's why y'all gotta pay attention, because this shit almost happened. The FBI said they just stopped what they're calling a New Year's Eve terror plot that was going to happen in Los Angeles. They said they got 4 people and they're now under federal arrest.
Reports that it's disrupted a planned New Year's Eve terror attack in Los Angeles. 4 suspects in custody, the FBI identifying them as members of a pro-Palestine extremist group. They're suspected of planning coordinated IED attacks targeting 5 different locations in Los Angeles, but based on the reporting now, that plot has been foiled.
So when they say credible, that means they really believe that these people were finna do something. Now, I said be mindful of your surroundings, because if people were plotting in LA, it could be anywhere else too. I'm not saying it's going to happen anywhere else, but I'm just saying, given the circumstances that we just seen with the people in Australia and then the Brown University shooting, you never know. That's why I tell everybody, when you out and about, just be on everything. Everybody's suspicious. If
I look like a creeper
he
looking
be the
around.
champions looking nigga, and he be the one that do some shit.
What happened with
Trunk's
the Erica
opening.
Kirk Candace conversation? Let's check this first clip out.
Very productive conversation. I asked every single question. I mean, from Egyptian planes to Turning Point USA Faith. And I was very surprised by some of the answers that I got. And I think they were also very surprised when I shared certain intel. This probably should have happened a very long time ago, but I think it was definitely a very big step in the right direction.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That sounds a little bit like maybe I was wrong.
Candace?
It does kind of sound like that to me. I still have questions. I would like answers to those questions. That's all.
I think we were bamboozled. Listen to Candace's Instagram story last night.
I'm alive. I'm totally fine. And I'm sorry. I was going to do a show for you guys this evening, but I am truly exhausted. Very productive conversation. I asked every single question. I mean, from Egyptian planes to Turning Point USA Faith. And I was very surprised by some of the answers that I got. And I think they were also very surprised when I shared certain intel. This probably should have happened a very long time ago, but I wanted to let you guys know that I am alive, and I will have the full rundown for you guys tomorrow of what transpired. And yeah, I think it was definitely a very big step in the right direction. So
Now let's listen to Erica's point of view 3 days ago on the town hall.
Believe that Tyler Robinson murdered your husband? Yes, I do. Why do you think it is so hard for so many people to believe that reality?
Because it's too simple. Again, everyone always has to think there's more to the story. Well, sometimes there's not.
We're way too smiley and happy after meeting with someone who has that perspective about what happened to Charlie. I'm telling y'all, like, this is upsetting to me. Okay, look at my neck. Okay, my neck is all red and patchy because I am grossed out by this whole thing. Because she amped us up for 3 freaking months. Every single episode, like, dragging out details, like, indisputable facts, like, for a fact, I now know Turning Point was involved in this. Everyone remove their money from this diabolical organization now. But then you meet with the person who's the head of this diabolical organization, and you're all smiley afterwards, and now you're moving in the right direction. And let me tell you what that direction is. America in Israel. Like this. This is the direction, okay? Because that's who's behind her. This is about midterms and the next election and moving forward. So if you think that your vote matters and that your vote counts, you are sadly mistaken, okay? Because these people have plans in place.
Everyone's
for years.
regretting
We're
it,
talking
it sounds
about
like.
hundreds of millions of dollars of development plans, expansion plans, tactical plans, military plans. Like, and if you really think that us peons are going to get in the way of their plans by our measly little vote by the 2 people that they give us to choose from, you're wrong. I'm so grossed out by this whole thing. And like I said, like, we all just need Jesus, okay? Because no man, woman on this earth is going to avenge us. Only Jesus can. These freaking serpents, man. I get sick of the serpents.
Bonnie Blue is from an alien race called the Nordics. She's collected enough human DNA to go back to her people. She's not going to prison. She's going to start a new human race to farm us.
To sleep what?
8 hours.
And so now you got how many left?
16.
And then you supposed to work what?
8 hours.
And now you got what left?
8 hours.
You haven't cooked. You haven't got dressed. You haven't said hello to the children. Sleep deprivation. That's how they get you. Sleep deprivation. Huh? You haven't watched TV. You haven't called your mother, your children. Sleep deprivation. It's right there. That's why the rich folks, you better not try to call their house after 8 o'clock at night.
They sleep.
You work midnight, what they call the midnight shift?
Graveyard shift.
Graveyard. What graveyard mean what?
Death. The cemetery.
Death. Okay. Cemetery. Why? 90 minutes after the sun go down, your brain get recharged. After midnight, the charging stops. If you're not home by midnight, you turn into a what? The nursery rhyme.
The pumpkin.
What's the only part of your body look like a pump in your head?
Sir, did your father get you this job?
No.
You earned it through hard work?
I did.
Can we get America first or Israel first? No answer? Now he got scared. The first ones he got, sir, America first or Israel first?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you about that.
You're not going to talk to me about that, sir? You look
These are our politicians, y'all.
He just got to
These are
chill
the
down.
people in
He
DC.
skipped on the elevators. He said, I'm going to take the steps today. Case study number 1,467 in the books.
That's DC, y'all. Those are the people that are sitting in that room that we're not invited in when somebody's up there giving a big speech. Those are the people. I can't even say that. Of course, America first, right? I'm wrong saying. You think I'm scared to say that? America first. Can't even say it.
Especially in middle school, the amount of kids that, and I'd never heard this term before, rage bait. I never heard that. They're egging you on to get you upset, and you have to remind yourself, like, they're looking for a confrontation.
Teaching must be tough right now, man.
There was this director, Michael Curtiz, and he wanted to do this like epic movie. So it was going to be about Noah's Ark and the flood. The director wanted it to be absolutely phenomenal. They had a $1 million budget in 1928. He has this idea for like when the flood happens, the director is going to take thousands of extras. He's going to put them in this huge set and they're going to release water into this place. 600,000 gallons of water.
Oh no.
Released onto these extras.
They're freaking out.
They didn't know that was going to happen.
That's terrible.
He wanted real acting. fear.
Or did they die of drowning, or did they get trampled?
I imagine drowning, getting knocked around.
Knocked out, drowned for sure.
But I mean, dude, friggin' longhorn cattle are swimming around with them, getting
That's
sloshed
crazy.
around, bro.
How many people died?
3 people died. The director did not get charged with anything. Nothing bad happened to him, and it went on to gross $2.3 million. Fun fact, one of the extras was a 20-year-old man who survived, thank goodness, and his name was John Wayne.
Wow.
To become one of the greatest cowboy stars of all time. It's a crazy story.
Who remembers this lady? The funny, crazy Charger fan that went viral a few years ago. And at the time, people were saying she might be an industry plant. At the time, I didn't believe in industry plants, but look at this. Y'all can't tell me that ain't her. At the Toronto Blue Jays game, this came up on the screen and I was like, where do I know this lady from? Now I hope I'm not the only one that's seen this, because I'm sitting at the TV, I'm like, wait a second, are industry plants real? And I did some research, and this is now the 3rd time she's been seen at games, rooting for 3 different teams: the Vikings, the Blue Jays, and of course the Chargers. So yeah, I fully believe that this person is an industry plant. You can't tell me otherwise. The evidence is there. And the main question I have is, how do you become one? How much do they pay? I'll go to games and act a fool and pretend to like a team. That's easy. But yesterday when that came up on the screen, I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew her from somewhere. And she's clearly an industry plant.
I mean, I think they all are. All these people that not pop up on the Jumbotron, because, you know, there's random people. I've popped up on a Jumbotron before. But it's these people that like are doing crazy dances and, you know, that are down there on the floor for the halftime show doing these contests. Like, people like that go viral. I think they are. I think they're, I'm not going to say industry plants, but I think they're actors, right? They're there to get the crowd going, to, you know, get people involved and make people laugh, and like all these kiss cams and people doing things on the kiss cams, and, you know, it's all fake, y'all. It's all fake. Like, remember when we were young, like people would call into the radio, or they would make prank calls on the radio, like in the morning shows. You know, somebody would, where I was from, Arizona, her name was Clarissa Jenkins, right? She would call and prank call. Well, guess what? Clarissa Jenkins is where I am now, right? That's all fake. Like, or there are people that, you know, are buying you want a free resort, who do you want to take? You want a free trip to a resort, who do you want to take? And they ended up taking the girl they're cheating on with their wife is setting up. Do you know if that was real, how much people would get offed? Do you know how many people would get offed because of that radio call that they're cheating or whatever? It's all fake, y'all. It's all a show.
We don't have earthquakes, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have alligators. We don't have earthquakes, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have alligators. We don't have earthquakes, we don't...
How many people do you know personally who
have died suddenly and mysteriously in the past 5 years. I have personally known 8 actors, all of whom I have worked with and was close to. Heath Ledger, Chris Penn, David Carradine among them. I believe these actors were whacked, and I believe that many others, such as Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, and Mel Gibson, are being played to get at their money.
In that last clip, we see actor Randy Quaid speaking up against what he called the star whackers in Hollywood. Quite literally talks about 8 of his close celebrity friends passing away all in a short period of time. Around 2010, when this interview dropped, a lot of people were saying he was crazy or going off his rocker, and they didn't think there was any validity to his claims. Let's see what else Randy had to say.
Were mercilessly slandering me and trying to kill my career.
Shortly after, Randy Quaid and his wife would literally flee the country to try to get away from what he called star whackers. Watching this clip back in 2025, it just doesn't sound so crazy. Comment below, let me know, am I onto something or am I tripping? Wake up.
Okay guys, this terrorist attack in Australia just keeps on getting crazier. It is now the deadliest in the country in nearly 30 years. So let me sit down and give you the latest. Okay, let's run through this. 2 shooters, wildly, father and son. The dad, aged 50 years old, he died at the scene, while the son, 24 years old, he is in hospital in critical condition. Now, guns, they're pretty hard to obtain in Australia as it is, but police say that the dad was a licensed gun owner for hunting specifically, and that he had 6 linked to him. They believe that all 6 of these guns were used in this attack. Now, this is being treated as a targeted terror attack on the Jewish community at this festival that was happening just by Bondi Beach, but they refused to comment on a specific motive or reports that a black ISIS flag was supposedly found at the scene. Now, the death toll, it is tragic. It has gone up to a staggering 15 people, and another 42 are still in hospital, and the age of the victims range from just 10 years old that have died up to 87 years old. Now, that is the most deadly shooting in Australia for nearly 3 decades, and all the way back in 1996, when that Port Arthur massacre happened, that resulted in huge sweeping gun control laws and a nationwide firearm surrender program. And less than 24 hours after this shooting, authorities are already saying that, be prepared for gun laws to be tightened even further after this. All flags will be flying at half-mast in Australia, and I'll keep you guys updated as things develop.
All of this will now start to be controlled by state media. And by the way, this may be the last time you ever see me.
Wow.
A lot of y'all not gonna like this one either, but a lot of y'all pastors and a lot of those big time pastors that y'all be watching on TV, those are Freemasons. They are Freemasons, believe it or not. So when y'all be saying all this, Freemason this, Freemason that, remember that.
When you go in there with your kid,
yeah,
your kid will come out with 20 silver teeth. And it's just like, what in the heck?
So that's legit. Like,
what was the rush?
But is this known? Like, do dentists know about this?
Well, a lot of dentists do know about this, but the dentists that work for these DSOs better not say a word, right? Like they're all trying to secretly make enough money to go open their own office.
So then it's true. Like the whole dental chains is like,
nah, bro,
don't go there.
I wouldn't go to. If you really care about your teeth, don't go to don't go to a dental office that you see one in every city or every corner. I mean, come on, it's like the
That's true.
It's like the Walmart, it's like the bottom. Like they're just trying to make the money, and their main set. They'll be giving the kids pizza in the lobby.
Candy on the way out.
They know the people are on Medicaid. They say, come on in, we have pizza. There's a area for video games. What does it have to do with dentistry?
Dude, the one that I went to in San Juan had an arcade.
What does it have to do with dentistry, bro?
And a massage chair, and it had an arcade.
They're just trying to make you comfortable so they can do whatever they want on your teeth. And it's crazy.
Man, dude.
Dude, you see, as I say it, you're like,
we
wait a minute, was weird.
We need to hear. Yeah, there was an arcade, and I was like, oh man, like I thought, like okay, they're helping out the wait times and everything, but
Nah, bro. It's so that your kids are saying, I want to go to that dental office because guess what? They're gonna give us pizza and they have that video game.
so it's like way more business than healthcare. Like it's just
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. So that's why it's important to find that. You got to find that. I first of all will recommend you have to go to a privately owned dental office, bro. When it comes to your health, bro, you can't go to a chain. You got to go to somebody who's a one person that's dedicated to one office. The same person is going to be seeing you every time you come in. Because the thing I hear is, yeah, we'll go to our appointments, but it's a different doctor each time. You want a different doctor to take over where the other doctor left off that quit.
Because this news was
It's pretty dope.
So nobody but me find it crazy that allegations about Talil essaying a girl came out right soon he did this at the Streamer Awards.
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this shit off. Turn this shit off. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. Have a good night.
Now, once again, I'm not saying he didn't essay the girl, and I'm not saying he did. All I'm saying is I find it crazy, suspicious that after he defended Kai, because like I said, that shit seemed like a humiliation ritual. They was probably like, they don't like that he defended Kai. All speculations though. What if they was like to the girl, go push up on Talil, make it seem like you want him, get him comfortable, and then, let one thing lead to another, and then come out with these allegations. We gotta show him who's boss. We gotta show him some act right. We gotta let him know that in these moments like this, you gotta learn how to act. That's just a thought. But like I said, who knows? Time will tell. Because essay is a crazy offense. So I'm hoping he wouldn't do that. Do I believe he did it? No. Do I put it past anybody? No. Does her story seem kind of off a little? Yeah, if you go listen to it. Maybe I'm confused on what essay is or like certain things, but if she said what happened to her happened and she didn't want it to happen, that would be the R word, right?
3 days, people. The 19th of December, 3i Atlas is going to come. It's going to be aliens. You've got a chance here. If you've got a friend, get them. Put your head between your legs and get them to push your head. You might be able to kiss your ass goodbye doing it that way. If nothing happens on the 19th of December, which I predict won't, I'm going to do a really funny video on the 20th calling out everybody who have like diamonds in the middle of their head, fucking summoning these things, they're seeing things, they're remote viewing this. You're all having it on the 20th. You're all having it. Or I'm going to have to get my friend to push my head between my legs and I'm going to have to kiss my own ass. If you are sat there now thinking, well, it is, on the 19th, something is going to happen and 3i Atlas is going to come here and it's going to be like wonderful and alien stuff like that, you are probably sat there watching Gaia TV and you've probably been subscribed for the last 5 years to that channel because it is delusional like a lot of you lot. It does seem like the UFO topic has turned into an entertainment purposes only kind of niche at the minute. That's why I'm not a massive fan of TikTok at the minute, and that's why if you want to see me, you better off going over to YouTube. That's where you'll see me mainly now. Bye.
See, I saw this and I was like, are they putting in pigeons now? Like, think about that. Flying into stadiums and whatnot. That's crazy. This just
I guess a lot of 80s and 90s cartoons did have reptilian bad guys. I mean, we could just jump straight into the Thundercats where they had a reptilian bad guys that lived in exile and they wanted fucking power back. That feels pretty lizard people coded. And then in Ninja Turtles, you had the Triceratons, which were pretty much dinosaur, reptile, alien overlords. And then, you had G.I. Joe. You had Cobra Commander, who eventually turned into a snake creature. And all of it had heavy secret society energy. And then Bucky O'Hare, you had the Toad Empire, which were really amphibians instead of lizards, but still the same kind of thing. Cold-blooded space imperialism. In Beast Wars, you had Predacons. Instead of going from robots to mammals, they were going to robots to reptiles. This could be self-disclosure, that the media was slowly telling us that there were lizard people living under the ground. Introduced this during Saturday morning cartoons between Scruff McGruff But it did teach us that if someone's cold-blooded, rich, and lives underground, maybe don't trust them.
Can the CIA make someone disappear without a trace? You bet they can. And they do all the time. In the immediate aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, the CIA created, for example, an archipelago of secret prisons. And they would just disappear people. We would capture people in Al-Qaeda safe houses, for example, let's say in Pakistan or Afghanistan. And we would ship them off to these secret prisons. And when I say secret prisons, I mean in many cases they were so secret that even the presidents and prime ministers of the countries where the prisons were based didn't know that there were secret CIA prisons in their countries. So the CIA can make people disappear in that respect. They can kill people and just bury them, in some crazy foreign land and nobody would ever know. But if you're a CIA officer, or better yet, let's say you're a KGB officer and you want to defect, the CIA will give you a completely new identity, more money than you can ever count, and you and your family can live happily ever after, under the name John Smith, and nobody would be the wife.
These are all the pills that my doctor, our doctor, gave my friend to feel better. So, you're depressed? No problem. We'll give you some of this. Oh, it's not working well enough? We'll give you one of these too to go with it. Oh, you've got heart problems? Oh, high cholesterol?
He's not lying.
No problem. Kidney failure? Oh, look at that. Gut problems? We'll have to go to the bathroom better. Oh, with this you can't sleep? No problem. No, why didn't you just tell me I had prediabetes and I could change my life with my diet?
We're paying all these tax dollars, y'all.
Never been touched like me.
And they can't even get this under control.
And I really use touching you.
I can hide in here. Like, do you want to turn the water on?
Stay in the fuck out of here.
Can you stay out of the road? Stay out of the road. Can you stay out of the road?
This is America, people. Everyone that's out of the country. This is every downtown in America. Every downtown.
Fuck you! Fucking murdering bitch!
Like, this is every downtown, and in some cities, mostly, I hate to say, mostly blue cities, every street corner, right? And guess what? The cops, ambulance, firemen, they just drive right by it. They'll see this guy laying in the middle of the street, they'll drive right around him. Shooting up drugs right there on the corner, in a thong, selling herself. Cops just drive right by it. That's America, y'all.
Can you get yourself out of the road?
The richest country in the world. We ain't.
Come here. Please. Over there, over there.
I love you to the very depth of my soul. I wish havoc and terror upon your soul. Damn it.
Why so serious?
I'm very curious. We have a lot of people that watch these videos from all over the world. Let me know down below. Is it like this where you're at? Right? Is it this bad where you're at? I mean, I can find so many of these clips. I might start putting some on here just to give you guys a look into, what we deal with when we go to a sporting event. From the time I was little, I used to go to the Suns game. The Cardinals used to play in Tempe. The Suns playing downtown, baseball downtown. Like, walking back to our car after the game with my dad, like, I would be so nervous, y'all. There's people yelling. There's people laying right there. You got to step over people. Like, is it that bad where you're at too? Or is it just an American thing?
money.
That's right.
Was he a wealthy man?
The Rebbe was the wealthiest person in the world spiritually and materially and everything, you name it. We're not speaking
Was he a
of,
billionaire?
We're not speaking here about material wealth in the sense of, how many zeros you got in your bank account. We're speaking about a person whose entire life is devoted 100% to the Almighty. That means every single second of the day.
Do you feel like you're putting this rabbi on the same pedestal that Christians will put Jesus?
Oh, well, that we're going to save for another time. I don't...
But you're talking about him like he can't fail, like he's like...
We're going to leave that maybe for another discussion.
The answer is no. If you want to leave the explanation for another time.
Yeah. So he's going to take you out now. Okay. Thank you guys. It was a pleasure. Hopefully I was able to help.
I've been a lot of places, but it's very rare that I get kicked out of a place. I was in a synagogue dancing, and we were talking to some of the fellows, and they were educating us on the tradition and the history, when I think I just asked the wrong question. I mean, I don't know. You tell me what you think from this clip. I see that he's giving business advice right here in top.
So we are exploring, and have you ever seen anything more like still water in this swimming pool? Like, how crazy is that? Look, the water's literally just frozen in place. It's actually almost scary how...
So if you jump in that, you die, right?
Is, look. That's mad, that water.
I'm gonna tell you why this statue falling in Brazil specifically is so insane. I'm telling you, it gets crazy. So this is quite literally, as you probably know, a replica of the Statue of Liberty. And if you know the Statue of Liberty is Lucifer, Apollo, Apollyon, Abaddon. And I mean it, it gets really crazy. So again, this happened in Brazil. If you remember the 1st century about Nero being unalived and also having a statue built of himself, right? It's very symbolic of Rome falling. Rome is the current America. Again, if you know, you know. But this video is not made to explain to you guys why America is Rome. You can watch my older videos for that. It's to explain something much more severe. You ready to see what else happened in Brazil a couple weeks ago? Yes, the same exact Christ the Redeemer statue they're always using for blasphemy. Don't you see what's happening in America right now? America is falling. Rome is falling. And Jesus Christ himself is on the clouds. What does that tell you?
So we all must be collectively waking up from this nightmare or dream, this American dream that we have been in. Because Jennifer Aniston never looked like this, did she? Look at the way that this guy is looking at Jennifer Aniston. This is exactly the same way I'm looking at her as well too, or him, y'all. Like, look at the neck. Like, how did we not realize this back in the day? Look at her swallowing. Look at the Adam's apple going up and down. How did we not notice this back in the day? And you guys think that it's only 1 or 2 or 3 people in Hollywood. No, man. It's called Hollywood for a reason. They are here to cast spells and illusions. And this is one of the biggest illusions, turning men into women and vice versa. Because y'all not going to sit there and look at this video and not tell me that's not a man. Like, why does Jennifer Aniston look like Brad Pitt a little bit? Like, am I tripping, y'all? Doesn't Jennifer Aniston look like Brad Pitt a little bit? And then she used to date Brad Pitt too? Bro, look at the neck, look at the nose, look at the eyes. Something is wrong with the makeup. Look at the chest. Bro, are you kidding me? Yo, Hollywood is beyond disgusting. Beyond disgusting, because Jennifer Aniston is not the only one. If y'all take the time to slow down and look at all your quote-unquote crushes from back in the day, you will observe the same thing. These people are really demons in disguise, man. Oh my God, bro. Look at this shit, bro. It's like this shift is causing us to have new eyes, and we can finally see clearly. And this is not the end, y'all, I guarantee you. Look at this picture of him in 1993. Having these new pair of eyes now, I can clearly see that it is a boy. This right here, out of from boys to men, they're literally telling us from boys to men. Because again, you're not going to sit here and tell me that that's not a man. Go look at your favorite crushes that you had back in the day, and you're going to find some disturbing stuff. The shift is here, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
Oh, God. Okay, nothing's moving. Like pork. Looks like a
Is
DMT
really
trip.
out there. A mysterious man who claims he's from the year 2030 has created headlines around the world.
Now, he's known only as Noah, and he was interviewed on paranormal online channel Apex TV, allegedly while on a lie detector.
Are you an actual time traveler from the year 2030?
Yeah.
If Trump's going to be reelected, is that true?
Yes, he is going to be reelected.
Okay. And how about from the time you're from in 2030, who's going to be president?
Yolanda Renee King.
Now, Noah had his wrists x-rayed to show implants he claims are crucial to his time travel, but has refused to allow them to be surgically removed or further examined. So, here we are. Let's cross live now to the man himself. As you can see there, it's an undisclosed location, and we're keeping identity fairly secret there. But Noah, let's say good morning to you. Why are you so worried about people knowing who you are, and don't you think that makes people question your credibility?
Yes, it could make people question my credibility, but the reason why I do it for the most part is because the government can't find me, and because people could help them if I showed my face, which would be a major, major bad thing for me.
Okay.
And as well as the thing, yeah. Continue.
So why do you think what do you think that the government would do to you if they found you?
Well, I'm pretty sure that they would do horrible things. But...
There is nobody in it. We at Winco. I'm going to move out the way because it's driving itself. It's literally driving its fucking self. It's driving itself. Move out the way. The car's driving itself.
Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper.
16 years, though. That's how fast it changed. In 16 years, that's how fast life changed. Technology.
Hello.
I don't even know how to work those damn things.
His girlfriend now. Like a memo. This pops up on the screen as soon as I put this voice back in.
This is probably the scariest thing I ever seen.
Magic wands were always made out of holly wood. And Hollywood has been used for many years to manipulate your thinking, to explain mystical subjects to you, and to prepare you to accept certain mystical premises.
Call me boring, but this is exactly why I do not watch films that are produced by this industry. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't used to. But there is so much occult practice and things they put in the background. I just don't want to invite that into my home. It's not like I don't enjoy watching a good film, who doesn't, but it's not worth it. I used to just think it was scary films and stuff like that, but it's not. It's in absolutely everything from your kids, cartoon, all the way across the scale. So anyway, let's make this interesting. Guys, in the comment section, comment the weirdest thing that you've noticed in a film, and let's see some of the things that you guys have clocked.
Conspiracy. You know, I was watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse with my son yesterday, who's under the weather. We'll get into it at the end of the video. And it was like a Christmas part, and they had the stockings above the fireplace. One of the stockings was that flag, was that rainbow flag. One of the stockings, Mickey Mouse Playhouse, right? I'm like, God, they just start them so young. Like, I mean, maybe it was always not that, but like subliminal things in our cartoons that we didn't notice, and I'm just aware and I notice things like that. Because I could tell my parents are like, we were just watching it, we didn't even notice that. You know what I mean? Some people just don't even pay attention to things like that. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe it was always in our cartoons. There was crazy things in Disney movies in the backgrounds and stuff. So they've always been doing it, y'all. But it's a damn shame. Damn shame.
NBA conspiracy scale on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest level type of conspiracy and 10 being the biggest. Number 1, Stern leaking the FBI's Donahue investigation to the New York Post so the story would blow up before they kept working on it and may or may not have found out if any other refs were involved. That definitely happened. That's not even a conspiracy. I think he did leak it. So that's 1. A 2, I don't think this happened, but it's a fun one. The league made David Kahn, when he was the Minnesota Timberwolves GM, pass on Curry 2 times in a row so he'd end up in either Golden State or New York in a bigger market. The 2006 pro Miami Heat finals officiating being a huge fuck you to Cuban for all the stuff he was doing and try to make the league better. Now we're starting to get into the 2011 and 2012 lotteries being rigged. I don't think they could rig a lottery, but these are the 2 most suspicious ones to me. 2011, Cleveland wins the year after LeBron leaves. And then 2012, New Orleans finally sells the team after the league owns it, sells it, the Benson family buys it, and then they win the number 1 pick. So I'm just mentioning those. I would say the Luka Lakers conspiracy is a 5 out of 10. Number 6, Stern pushed a Seattle sale to OKC businessmen knowing he would move the team because he wanted Seattle to stay empty as a potential leverage city, either to draw teams that would relocate or to point to teams that wouldn't build new arenas where he could say, see what happened to Seattle? You could be next. A 7 out of 10. Draymond's suspension gets upheld in the 2016 finals so LeBron could have a chance to come back with the Cavs. That's one of those proof to me that didn't happen. 8 out of 10.
What about
2001
the Suns?
Bucks Sixers series and Game 6 of the 2002 Kings Lakers series. Yeah. 9 out of 10. Jordan suspended in 1993, and he's suspended for a whole year and comes back with 20 games to go in the next season. It's just never added up. I've talked about it a million times, how the most competitive guy of all time could be like, yeah, I think I've competed enough. And then 10 out of 10 is the frozen envelope in the 1984 lottery, which I've broken down over and over again, where they put 7 envelopes in this bin. Stern went around, he felt down, miraculously picked out the Knicks envelope, and the rest was history. And people thought that they made that envelope super cold so that he would know not to pick that one. That is the best NBA conspiracy of all time.
All right, family. There you have today's video, y'all. I'm a little tired. I got a lot to do today. I was supposed to do some things yesterday, but my boy got sick, y'all. First time me and Mama Bear dealt with a sick kid, right? He hasn't been sick. He's been healthy and thriving, and it hit him. He had some fever yesterday, and today he's doing a lot better. Had no fever throughout the night. He slept all night. We were up all night the day before, so I didn't do a video yesterday. I just chilled with him downstairs. So today I got to go do everything. I'm about to have me a nice chicken. See, Mama Bear made some chicken soup yesterday. Delicious, but she took me out a piece of chicken. I'm gonna have me a nice chicken Caesar salad before I head out to do everything. It's gonna be a nice 75-degree day on December 18th. Can you believe it? 75 degrees outside today. Sunny, not a cloud in the sky, hopefully no wind. So I'm going to try to get the cars washed today because they're dirty. But, you know, life has just been happening that I haven't got a chance to wash them. My mom and them were supposed to come today, but the baby got sick. So they're coming tomorrow. I told him he's doing better. Like, I want to see him before Christmas. So they're going to come by tomorrow for the weekend and, you know, hang out and all that. But I'll be still doing videos, y'all. This is my job. So this is what I'll be doing while they're here. Quick bangers, but we'll be back with the hours, y'all. Hope everyone out there has a good day. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. This is Segovia signing out of the Man Cave. Later.